so they could kill a lot easier, and they all used to have better spreads. So yeah, crazy changes that made these a lot more balanced. But as you can see, DT11 still a great gun for sure. Oh my gosh, look at that. Can we get another guy? Can we get another kill, dude? Okay, 2 headshots. Are you serious? Watch this. So hello gamers, and welcome back to another video. So I'm constantly getting requests of what gun should I pre-buy in Phantom Forces, and I've done a couple of these videos, but of course the meta is always changing, and recently there has been some changes that make certain guns that I put on the list before not so good. So today I'm going to be showing you the best gun to pre-buy in every category in Phantom Forces. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. I will be uploading more and more in the coming weeks, hopefully. I was streaming every day for a little bit, and now I'm definitely going to be back to probably streaming a little bit less, but hopefully streaming a little bit. But of course I will be uploading videos because I was kind of burnt out of making videos and I wanted to stream, and now I'm burnt out of streaming, so I'm back to making videos. So yeah, subscribe if you're new, but let's get into it. Right now there is a little bit of a change to a certain gun that a lot of people don't really talk about anymore, and it was really good in the past, and that is the AK-109. Recently this gun got a little bit of a change to make it quite a bit better in close range, but maybe not as good in long range, but we'll talk about it. So it used to do 33 to 25, and now it does 35 to 24. So a bit better up close, making it able to 3-hit kill in close range instead of 4, so a lot better close range time to kill. However, it has a little bit less damage over range, which will make it a 5-hit kill. But of course, if you hit 1 headshot, which isn't really that difficult with this gun anyway, you'll be able to 4-hit kill still. So really good, decently good 3-hit kill range, which is really great. The other thing for this list is I want guns that are very interesting, do some cool stuff, great attachment variety. You're going to be able to use them a lot because of course if you're going to pre-buy a gun, you're going to want to get a lot of kills on it because you're spending so much money on it. AK-103 has conversions, the bars barrel, a long barrel, plenty of stuff for you to actually have quite a bit of fun with it, and it's just really good. It has 5.56 as well, and 5.56 is still pretty good, but definitely you're going to be wanting to go with the default ammo because it's still really accurate. A little bit loud, as you could probably tell, but very good gun. Honestly, probably 5 out of 5 assault rifle. Basically, like, imagine an HK416 but a 3-hit kill, you know, and it does 24 at range, which the HK416 hasn't been able to do in quite some time. So very cool. Next up we have battle rifle, and for this one I'm actually going back to the G3 because this with a Harris CQR grip and a T-brake, yeah, it's super accurate. It's my highest kill gun, and I used to not really like it after they nerfed the gun a little bit, but I'm back to actually enjoying the gun once again. If you didn't know, the G3 has, you know, a little bit kind of slow RPM. It's not super accurate. Of course, with this setup it is extremely accurate, way more accurate than it should be. The thing about it though is that it does 40 with a torso multi down to 30, so can almost 3-shot kill to the body all ranges. Really good. The main thing that makes it really great is because it has a 2x headshot multi. And if you guys didn't know, in this game a 2x headshot multi is actually very rare on many auto guns. I think there's probably, you know, less than 5 automatic guns in this game that have the 2x, and I really can't think of any at the moment. Maybe there's not that many. Maybe this is like the only one. I think there's one more maybe. The new gun that's going to get added, the 5.0, also has that, but very few guns have a 2x headshot multi. But that means that this gun can do 80 headshot damage. You're gonna hit a guy one time, put him to 20 health. That also means that this gun can 2-shot kill to the head all ranges. Next up we have carbine, and for carbine at the moment I might have to give this to the SR3M. It's rank 70, so not super high rank, but in that middling rank, and it would definitely be worth a pre-buy. The reason the SR3M is so good is because 1, Vicker suppressor is amazing, and 2, it's basically like an unnerfed but only close range AS-Val. AS-Val used to have 900 RPM. Yeah, it was super good. This has 900 RPM. It does actually have a better 3-hit kill range with Vicker suppressor than the AS-Val does right now and even the pre-nerf AS-Val did. So this is super good. Pretty fast reload time, not great though, and it can only have 20 rounds, but it does have an extended mag. I don't really recommend the extended mag because it has less handling, less reload speed, and I do prefer this version of the gun. But yeah, the extended mag is really good if you can't handle 20 rounds. The reload time is just kind of trash with that, and it has 90 reserve ammo. So I'm not a huge fan of that one, but basically this is a really fast firing 3-hit kill gun with honestly pretty good recoil as well. I'm not even using, like, you know, compensator or T-brake. I'm using a Vicker suppressor because that will increase your range, which makes it amazing. That was 2 shots to the head. That's unfortunate. I was trying to get 100 kills on every gun, and maybe we'll do that again, and maybe I'll make a video about that. If you guys want to see that, make sure to like the video and comment down below if you want to see it. But yeah, the SR3M is super good, super high fire rate, great damage. It kind of falls off a little bit, but like the recoil's pretty good, and just run it in close range, you know, it won't be too bad. The only issue with it is definitely 20 rounds, or the fact that it doesn't doesn't reload super fast. Overall, like even in general, reload time is fast, but like if you're a super sweat in this game, you love your very fast reload guns, and this isn't extremely fast, but as you can see, it's pretty fast. Next up, we have PDWs, and honestly, still gonna have to give this one to the Chris Vector. Rank 100, so it's kind of expensive. I would wait until at least like rank 40, but no later than like rank 70 to 80 to purchase this gun, because once you rank 80, you're probably good enough that rank 100 isn't too far off. But this gun is really, really good, of course. It has gotten a few nerfs. It now does 34 to 16, but it can still 3-hit kill to about 33 studs probably. It's going to be a 7-hit kill over range, but it has 1200 RPM, and it's really, really fast in terms of time to kill. It has a body time to kill in close range of 0.1, so this will basically be able to kill just about anyone very quickly. And the recoil is also super low. Like the recoil is not even that bad on this gun because it has its recoil reduction system, and as you can see, like you can land shots over range, but of course because the damage has been lowered, it's not as great over range. It used to basically be like a DMR over range. It was super, super good. It used to actually do 35 to 18, now it does 34 to 16, so gonna take a couple extra shots over range. Once again, the reload time is fast but not great. Like it's good. It's overall definitely a viable reload time. As you can see, there's nothing like too bad about it, but if you're a super sweaty player, you might go for the K7 simply because of the reload time, even though this is definitely a lot better than the K7. The one thing that the K7 has over this is of course the reload speed, and a lot of people will prefer that reload speed. Like the K7 has, you know, less fire rate, probably less accuracy, less rate of fire, less damage. It's actually just like a worse gun. However, of course, it just has the greater reload speed, you know, and it does have extra 5 rounds as well, but that doesn't really matter too much. Really, really great gun overall. I definitely would prefer to pre-buy this over the K7. I think the K7 is cool and all, but like Vector is better. The reload speed definitely is there, so you could actually alternatively pre-buy the K7, but both the K7 and this are just really fun because they're very fast fire rate but kind of low recoil guns. Makes them feel really, really fun to use because they just absolutely spew bullets down range. Super, super fun. Next up, we have the LMG class, and at the moment, I guess you could give it to the Hammer. The LMGs have been a lot more balanced lately, so there's not like a defining example of a super great one, but the Scar Hammer is, you know, in that kind of middling 80 rank, which makes it not super expensive but not cheap either, I would say. But it does have the nice thing now of having a ramp mod, and it's the only gun in the game that does this, but it speeds up as it fires. It used to have 9mm, which had a lot more RPM, even with the ramp up. It used to ramp up to like 825 RPM, which was super cool. Unfortunately, they removed 9mm for some reason. It's been in the game for like 2 years, and then they just removed it. But hopefully they'll add it back eventually. I'm kind of giving up on it, but yeah. Normally this has a 50-round drum, which is really cool, but you can actually get it to have a 30-round Stanag and have really great handling, so it basically feels like an assault rifle. Super fast reload time, as you can see. Like that's really, really good reload time. Great handling for an LMG. I mean, this is probably the fastest LMG in the entire game with this because it only gets 30 rounds, but it's cool because like 30 rounds is still not that bad for this. It has really good damage over range, like pretty solid, pretty good fire rate, but most importantly, of course, it has the ramp up, which is cool, and insane recoil. Like this gun is super, super accurate. I would recommend pre-buying it, but just keep in mind, it's not going to be the best gun ever added to the game. Definitely was the best gun in the game before, but unfortunately that is no longer the case. I haven't really used shotguns a lot lately, but yeah, my high skill shotgun is of course the DT11. Before that, it was the Stevens before they added the DT11, and I've always loved the double barrel shotguns. The DT11 is definitely not as good as it used to be. I wouldn't say it's the best shotgun overall if you're going for like crazy gameplay, but I think you can still go off with it. Definitely. I mean, I think people have gotten 200 kill games with it. One of the few guns in the game that they can do that. And that's of course with the sawed-off barrel, which I don't really use that much, but I'm a default barrel type of user of this gun. I like the really low spread and the very, very fast rate of fire that this gun has. But of course, you only get 2 rounds. But I just love the fact that you have an over-under double barrel shotgun with a great reload speed overall. I mean, it's definitely a lot better with sawed-off. If you guys didn't know what sawed-off does, it now actually increases your spread by a ton, like 150%, but it gives you better damage and a faster reload speed. So that's really good for very close range. But if you want basically a hunting shotgun where you can just destroy people over range, this is really, really good. Great fire rate as well, as you can see. The other double barrel has about 150 less rate of fire, like 75% less rate of fire, which makes this a lot better for actually like hitting those follow-up shots if you miss or if there's a second player. I've had so many times when I've killed like 2 people in quick succession. It is just an absolute blast to use this gun. Definitely not the best one in the game. If you want to pre-buy a gun that's like really, really good for shotgun, go for like the Saiga 12 or just use your DBV 12 that you probably already have. Other than that, I guess guess the Spaz 12 is cool, but yeah, I guess shotgun is just a little bit more all over the place in terms of balancing. Some of them are extremely good, and I'd say this one is still good. There's not really a bad shotgun in this game. Even the KSG is still really good, but it's not really as overpowered of a class anymore, which is really cool. If you guys didn't know, shotguns used to be way more broken. They used to all drop down to like 19 damage instead of like 11 damage over range, so they could kill a lot easier, and they all used to have better spreads. So yeah, crazy changes that made these a lot more balanced. But as you can see, DT11 still a great gun for sure. Oh my gosh, look at that. Can we get another guy? Can we get another kill, dude? Okay, 2 headshots. Are you serious? Watch this. Ooh. Next up, of course, we have the DMRs and then the sniper rifles, which DMRs is a little bit weird right now, but overall, gotta give it to the SA58 SPR. Essentially, the SA58 is the FAL that's in a lot of games. Most games don't have an automatic FAL because in real life, people don't use the FAL in auto. Even though in real life, the FAL is an automatic gun, because it's a 7.62x51, people don't really use it in automatic because that's way too uncontrollable. Same thing with the M14 in real life, which is why in games, the FAL and the M14 are usually depicted as a semi-auto DMR style gun. So if you want to have that DMR feel on a FAL, then I recommend the SA58. And if you're like, oh, well, I don't really think that's really necessary because FAL in this game has really high damage and not really that bad recoil to begin with. So what's the advantage? Well, this can actually one-shot kill to the head, which is, you know, really good, as well as being able to 2-shot kill in close range pretty easily. Not great damage over range, a little bit of fall off, but because of the headshot multi being 2.1x, it can actually 2-shot kill to the head at any range. And because it fires pretty quickly as well, and it can one-shot kill head, this is probably overall the best CQC mid-range DMR in the game, as well as being able to pretty easily 2-tap people to the head over range, so it's not going to be too bad over range as well. Really cool. Definitely one of my favorite guns in this game. For a DMR, if you don't like DMRs, you'll like this gun, you know? If you don't like semi-automatic guns, this does not even really feel semi-automatic. I don't know what it is about it, but it just feels great. It's like the kick plus the damage plus the sound effect. Man, the sound effect is great. But yeah, I do recommend you check out this gun. It's great. For pistols, you kinda gotta give it to the XIX still. I mean, they've nerfed it multiple times. It fires slower, and it now doesn't 2-hit kill torso all ranges. But of course, it's a pistol. It's not really for range, but you can run it over range as well. And the velocity is not great, but not bad either. I don't really have to go into this gun too much. I go into it a little bit more than I showed in every video. It's a pistol that one-shots to the torso. It's just can one-shot to the body, okay? That's all you need to know. If you're gonna pre-buy any machine pistol, I'd probably give it to the MP1911 9mm. You could also say ASMI, but like the ASMI isn't really as versatile, and you're probably like, well, yeah, it kind of is. But also it's kind of not. Sure, the SMI has way more range than the MP1911, but there's something about this close range time to kill that makes it more versatile because it's a secondary, you know? For most of your class setups, you're not going to need a all-range automatic pistol, you know? Because you're going to have an all-range automatic primary weapon. The only times this isn't that great is, I guess, if you're running like a shotgun or something and you need a long-range secondary, then the ASMI is going to be good, or a 5.7 or a Glock 40, any kind of pistol that runs long range pretty well. But other than that, any automatic gun, this is going to have faster time to kill than most of them, making this definitely a really good option. Great rate of fire. And of course, I am talking about the 9mm conversion because 9mm is honestly just kind of better than the default ammo. Default MP1911 is great, but doesn't have a great rate of fire. Only 1000, which doesn't seem that bad until you realize like that's the same as the Zip 22. And for a machine pistol, it's kind of the lowest in class for those like fast firing ones. And the MP1911 with its default ammo has terrible recoil. It's just really bad. So the fact that it doesn't fire super quickly, sure, it's got better hits to kill, but it doesn't have great fire rate. Definitely a good machine pistol, but yeah, 9mm is great and I do recommend it. At the moment for a revolver, and definitely for like overall secondary shotguns in this game, I'd say the Judge is probably second best in the game for secondary shotguns. Second only to a gun I'll talk about in a second. The Judge does amazing damage. It does 51 times 4, not great range, but it can kill with 2 out of 4 pellets. Overall, this is a great gun if you're running it in very close range and you can hit those shots, but you don't like the executioner because of the fire rate or the handling or something like that. Basically, this is an executioner without the torso killing because it can kill to the limbs, which makes it really good. Last up though, of course, we have the Super Shorty. Just kidding, it's the Saiga 12U. The Saiga 12U is a Saiga 12, but sawed off. It has terrible range, not great velocity or pen, but that's kind of given for a shotgun, but it's a 350 RPM automatic shotgun that can have a 6-round capacity and fires very quickly. Keep in mind, every shot there could one-shot kill. Is it the best shotgun in the game? Overall, it's not even a bad primary shotgun because of the fire rate and the extended mag, but because secondary shotguns are, of course, going to be worse than primary shotguns considering, you know, their secondaries, the fact that this has any possibility of being compared to a primary shotgun means that this is an amazing gun. You could probably give this like top 5 secondaries in the entire game. Maybe number 1 if you're really not that great and you just want a shotgun. Definitely going to go down as the best secondary shotgun in the game. Anyways, gamers, if you guys did enjoy, that's the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Have a nice day.